The year is 1997. You spend 8 minutes trying to connect to the internet, and you hear doo, 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 doo. And then someone picks up the phone, and then you're like, Mom, get off the phone! I'm trying to get on the internet! Hello, friends. Thanks for coming to my sleepover party. The year is 1996, and you want to get out of school early because your bestie is having a party, and it's going to be a good one. And you heard there was boys invited, but they have to leave at 8. I was a drunk sorority girl in 1996. Better get in character. I was too young to be drunk in 1996. Just a little young. I was 8. Mom, we want Fib Finder too. So Fib Finder was 2000s. I know. I feel like a lot of people blur the 90s and the 2000s. We just smush it all together. I love how you're even wearing the choker. I found them, the tattoo chokers. I have 2 of them. I'm so cool. And yes, I'm wearing gloves. It's just really, really cold in here. So cold in this stream room. With all this tech equipment, all the lighting is freezing in here. Brr. The 90s were much simpler than the 2000s because it took 8 years to log on to the fucking internet. To get hate on the internet took so long, it just like never happened. When were you a kid? Is anyone here from the lost generation? I feel like we're all lost. We're all just a little bit lost. Greatest generation? Okay. Baby boomer, Generation X, millennials, iGen, Gen Z, Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha is only 10? Okay, no one here is 10. This category is gonna pop off in TikTok in, give it 3 years. By the time the oldest of the group are 13, yeah, they'll be making trends on TikTok. 54% of you are millennials, 32% are Gen Z, 12% are Gen X or Zennials, and 1% is boomer. That's Ben. The 1% is Ben. If most of you are millennials, then most of you were kids growing up in the 90s. I thought we would start off with an activity that I did as a child, which was put glue on a space maker. So let me explain. Maybe I shouldn't explain. It's better that way. I don't need to explain. Just watch, you'll see. So you get to class and you have all your coloring pencils, your highlighters, and you carry them all in your space maker. It takes up so much space, which is ironic. I'm the kind of kid who has every color highlighter. Check it out. Now we're gonna color on it. It's hard to open. Teacher, can you open this for me? Just color the plastic. Going like this, I'm gonna do a bit of a sideways blend. I'm going for a bright gradient. Yeah. So this is purple. Purple highlighters never did anything. Like, what was the point of a purple highlighter? Let's be honest with ourselves. It doesn't highlight anything. It just makes it dark. I never did this as a child, and now I feel like I missed out. This is all I did as a child, okay? Guys, we gotta do a second coat to build it up. Yes, that's the trick. Just like nail polish. Then you're gonna take your glue and you're gonna fill it. Fill the gap. I love filling plastic with glue. Why are we like this? Why were we like this? The color's already kind of coming up by accident. Whee! We're basically engineers. Oh my God, I got glue on my gloves. Now we let that dry and go back to our sleepover party. What was the point of this? Ben is no fun. Ben is a boomer. He wouldn't understand. Ben, we're making you a bookmark for your boomer books. Ew, who reads? Remembering Windows 98. Oh my God. Okay, millennials, what is this trigger, this picture right here? Oh my God. You're like, no, I'm out of space. I need to defrag my computer and it's gonna take 27 hours. Fuck. AOL. Oh my God. Okay, I want to read this. This is what the internet looked like. Okay, listen up, Gen Zs and Gen Alphas who aren't here. The year is 1997. You spend 8 minutes trying to connect to the internet, and you hear doo 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 doo. And then someone picks up the phone by accident because they want to make an outgoing call. And you're like, Mom, get off the phone. I'm trying to get on the internet. Because you couldn't use your phone line and your fucking internet at the same time. Do you know this? I mean, now no one calls anyone, so who really cares? I feel like this is what incited so much family drama in the 90s. There'd be like always that one rich friend who got 2 phone lines in their house. Having a phone in your room was rich too. Yeah. What's the point of having a phone in your room if only one person in the house can use it? Let me tell you what the point was. So your parents could spy and listen in to who you were talking to. It's not your own phone, it's a lie. They could just pick up their phone from the downstairs and hear what you're saying. They'd be like, Chris, you've been on the phone for a while. I need to make a call. Can you get off? And then you're like, how long were you listening? Does anyone remember Ask Jeeves? Okay, let me show you the world's first search engine. Okay, yeah, this is what it looked like. And I remember as a child, I'd like show my parents this. Literally, when you guys can't answer questions or you don't know, I can answer it instead. And I would like look something up and prove to them that they don't know something, but I could figure it out. But now that I think about it, like, how much information was Mr. Jeeves really pulling from, you know? Like, what did he have to go on? How much information did we get from Ask Jeeves in 1998 that was wrong? Imagine if the internet just cut out today. How much that would fuck up the world? So much. But it would not have fucked up the world in like 1998. Wait a second. Do you remember the fear of the Y2K? The stress of the clock changing from 1999 to 2000. What was the scare? Let's remind myself, because I was 12, but my memory was like the media was scaring the fucking shit out of me. Like magazines said that like, are you ready? Are you prepared? Turn off your computers, gather your firewood. Like one of my grandmas stockpiled a bunch of fucking logs for the fireplace because she thought that I guess all electricity would cease to exist or something. And we might need to live off the fire. So kind of like the effect initial days of COVID had, where everyone went out to Walmart and bought like stockpiled toilet paper. The Y2K bug, a problem in the coding of computerized systems that was projected to create havoc in computers and networks around the world at the beginning of the year 2000. Computers could recognize 98 as 1998, but would be unable to recognize 00 as 2000. It was feared that such misreading would lead to software and hardware failures in computers used in such important areas like banks, utility systems, government records, with the potential for widespread chaos. No one thought that the year 2000 was ever going to happen. So, after more than a year of international alarm, feverish preparations, and programming corrections, few major failures occurred in the transition to 2000. Year 2000 computer bug will turn machine against man? Like what? Pick a 90s quiz. Can you identify these toys from the 90s? Okay, let's do that. What's the name of this doll? Diva Stars, Groovy Girls. It's Betty Spaghetti, right? Her arms are like spaghetti. Oh, the fucking dog robots. Oh my God, I love these guys. What's the name of this toy? Oh, fuck. I think it was Poochie. Yes. Instead of your parents getting you a dog, they got you this. When I said that I colored on my space maker, there was other options. I lied. You could do things like this in the hallways of school. You could put this around your ankle and then swing a fucking random ball around. It's basically like hula hoop, but for your foot. It's a skip it, yeah. And then you'd smack your friend in the leg and they'd get bruised, or you'd smack yourself. It was so stupid. It was basically a weapon. Like what? I had one of these. It's the Sky Dancer. Yes, she looks like my aesthetic actually.
Wow, they really fly! Come to me, send for me, Sky Dancers fly for me.
Yeah, spoiler alert, they did not fly that high. Exactly. Yeah, they broke a lot. They were dangerous. Like you could just fucking whip it and it would like smash the ceilings and then it would fall back on people's heads. Over the course of 6 years, the toys caused over 150 injuries to adults and children. At some point, the U.S. Consumer Product and Safety Commission thought enough was enough and stepped in. Ended up recalling 8.9 million Sky Dancers. Broken rib, I need to know how. Let me guess. Jumping on your parents' bed with your siblings and you're doing these things and then you fall over with your ribs on the dresser on the sideboard of the bed, and then that's how you break your rib, which is eerily close to how I split open my face. Story time. Okay, but do you see this? I have a forehead scar. I'm a tough 90s kid, okay? My sister and I were jumping on our parents' bed and I literally just fell head first. I think maybe she pushed me or maybe not, I can't remember. And I fell head first onto the nightstand that was like made of wood and just smashed my fucking head open. The other injury I had as a child in the 90s. On the first day of like grade 1, I was tap dancing on like concrete steps and I literally just fucking fell. Just a dumb child dancing, fell. And I fell flat right here and I split my nose open. So that was fun. And then after that, I had like black eyes for like weeks. I did successfully miss the first day of school. Yeah. Remember my dad? Like I used to go to Home Depot with him all the time, but apparently people gave him like bad looks in the store because his 6-year-old kid had like black eyes. So he refused to take me out to stores anymore. Like, no, like just tell them my kid is stupid. She just fell on her fucking face. Oh, the fucking, was it a pound puppy? Oh my God. Okay, if you couldn't get a Beanie Baby, there was a pound puppy. Oh my God, I'm scared. Guys, I'm scared. He looks like Julian. Oh my God, it's Julian. Remember that Cabbage Patch doll that was eating kids' hair? What?
Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kids doll is designed to chew automatically when fed plastic French fries. Well, this particular doll began munching on 7-year-old Sarah Stevens' hair. It happened, ironically, at a hair salon. Ooh, ow, the only way to untangle Sarah's hair was to spend an hour taking the doll completely apart. Sarah wants another one.
Ah! No, Sarah! Sarah, no! They're like mimicking her eating because they didn't catch it on tape. Don't give your kids toys. You just never know if it's gonna eat your hair or fly into your face and give you a broken rib. Okay, let's get off toys. I want to do a 90s nostalgia quiz. What was the name of Corey's best friend on Boy Meets World? So this was a show called Boy Meets World. That's why Shia LaBeouf is famous from this. I think it was Sean. Spice Girls was an iconic pop group made up of how many singers? 5. Duh. B&T. Thank you.
That's definitely not Shia LaBeouf, by the way.
It's not?
Have you lived your whole life thinking Shia LaBeouf was in Boy Meets World?
Wait. Oh, yeah. Wait. What's his name?
We saw him at a hotel in LA once.
Shit, you're right. Wait, they're not the same person?
That is not Shia LaBeouf.
What's his name?
Ben Savage?
His name is Ben? What the fuck? When you're a child in the 90s, you're pretty dumb. Which beloved 1997 romance novel was directed by James Cameron? Titanic. Who played Tom Hanks' love interest in Forrest Gump? Was it Meg Ryan? No! Jenny is how he would say her character's name, and my sister's name is Jenny, or that's what we called her. So we used to just call her Jenny. This handheld digital pet Tamagotchi. Did you have a digital pet? So Tamagotchi was a brand name, but I had a Digipet, which was like the knockoff. Or there was a Gigapet. Okay, maybe I had a Gigapet. I can't remember. I definitely had like the purple one. And if I got any, it would have been a cat. Like, look, this was a dog, a digital doggy. 76% said yes, you've had a Digipet. 24% didn't. That's a huge amount of yeses. I remember people walking around with 15 Tamagotchis. Yeah, they were really cool. They were bragging. Like, that was flexing. What we're gonna do is look at fashion. Lip smackers. Okay. The addiction was real. This blends into the 2000s, but it started in the late 90s. Remember the ones with the hole, too, because you could put it on your necklace. Buffalo shoes? Okay, I never called these buffalo shoes. They were platform shoes, guys, right? All of a sudden, running shoes had like 3-inch platforms on them. And I remember wearing them in like grade 8, and I wanted platform shoes so badly. That's what I mean, yes. What else was popular in fashion? Skirts over trousers, yes. But you know what I remember more specifically? Wearing a skirt over capris. Like these capris. We thought we were just so sexy with just a tiny bit of lace at the bottom under the knee. Square sunglasses. Those aren't square though. These are like aviator Ray-Bans. Bad hats. Yes, there was a lot of bad hats. There's still a lot of bad hats in the British royal family. That's always a trend to them, actually, now that I think about it. They love bad hats, so they probably like this. They like to bring this back. Chokers, hi, yes. I had so many chokers. The ones that were sheer with little beads, the ones that were out of hollow. A lot of hollow chokers in the 90s. A baby G watch, oh my God. Do you remember when Michael Kors rose gold watches or just like jewelry was really in style in like 2004 and everyone needed a fucking Michael Kors rose gold watch or whatever? That's what Baby G was to teenagers in the late 90s. They looked great with our platform shoes, exactly. I found an article that's a little more geared towards like the boys' experience. I had overalls with the straps down, skate tees, rollerblades. I had rollerblades and fell on my face. Frosted tips, and there was those kits you could buy. Chain wallets. Okay, yeah. You would put this side on like your belt loop and then put your wallet in your pant, and then the chain would usually be way longer and more excessive than this, just to make a point. It would jingle and jangle and make noise as you walked by because you're just like that tough. It's just to be cool. Just admit it, okay? The chain looked cool, and that's why we wore them. Neon windbreakers. Yes. I have multiple of them because I recently bought some. Excuse me, Skechers is still iconic. Skechers are extremely comfortable. They're old people's shoes. No. Have you seen how many cool holographic options they have? Excuse me. Are you telling me these are old people's shoes? I literally have these. But like, imagine you're 10. These are sick. Necklaces with your name and a grain of rice. Oh my God. Wow, I had one of these. But you know how hard it was to find one that said Christine with no H? Yeah, impossible. Tagged up backpacks. Oh, I did this. I would use those milky gel pens and the metallic pens and highlighters. And I would like doodle these tiny little drawings everywhere and just fill it in so it looked like an insane rainbow. And I did it to shoes. Did you guys do it to shoes too? Parting your hair down the middle. Hey, this was my wardrobe. This is what I mean by deep pockets. Like, you didn't actually need the chain because your pocket was like 8 feet deep. Slap bracelets. The last thing on the agenda is going through my photos. The year is 1997. You're at a family birthday party and your aunt says, smile for the camera. And then you try and block your sister's face. This one's me, that's Jen. This is before I had autonomy over what clothes I would wear. It's the most 90s picture. Bangs were in. Yeah, I had bangs for a long time. This photo is from 1998, and the only reason I know that is because the title is Christine 1998 Headshot. I'm wearing a leopard print headband, and it was right after I started growing out my bangs, and before I grew out my hair, so my hair was still kind of short. Wow, someone got into the lipstick. I was 8 going on 40. This was that green lipstick that said it changed colors. It was green, it went on clear, it was picture day. 2 hours later, the color develops and it's hot pink. Preview process, they were so mad at me. But yeah, that was probably 1997. This is how I remember my childhood. Your parents asked you to clean your room? You suck. This is an Adidas jacket, and that was a bathing suit that had like a fucking koala on it. Like, very cool, definitely, obviously very cool. And my necklace was like a handmade necklace that said Christine. Here's early 90s. We were put in matching dresses against our own free will. She does not look happy about it. Furby.
Your Furby sneezed achoo, and gave mine a cold. Furby loves your love and touch.
This was probably when I did the commercial for Furby the first time. The commercial was in 1998. There it is. There's the iconic scanner photo. Maybe it was like the year 2000. Like, look at my choker. This choker, I remember it so well. It was like my favorite choker. Royal Crush outfit. Like, it was literally like a skirt and a capri, or like a, what do you call those? Like an elbow shirt with a little slit. And Jen was wearing a metallic silver sparkly shirt that was so fucking itchy. We used to trade clothes, so I wore this once too. Look at my fit, okay? Like, what a snowsuit. Like, it's the most Canadian 1994 picture. Okay, here's the last picture. The year is 1999. I'm doing a commercial, and this lady is taking off my nail polish, and I'm mad. I'm not happy. Overalls, floral t-shirt. Also, I have butterfly clips in my hair. Do you know what this does? What's on the tape? Don't record over it. Thank you to the 90s babies in the chat and Gen Z for attending this course in 90s. It was an iconic time that deserves an iconic moment in history and our memory, you know, for all the good things that it brings. Colors for the vibes, for the magical nostalgia. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.